Laplace transform of division by t. Division by t. If Laplace transform of f of t equal to f bar s, then Laplace transform of 1 f of t by t, that means division by t, equal to integral from s to infinity f bar s ds, provided the integral exists. First of all, we have Laplace transform of f of t, which is equal to integral from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. That is, f bar s is equal to integral from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. Now here, integrating both sides, with respect to s from s to infinity. In this case, integrating both sides with respect to s from s to infinity. So here we will get integral from s to infinity f bar s ds, like the RHS side here, which is equal to integral from s to infinity. Again, integral from, already we have 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. The s to infinity is with respect to s. Here, since s and t are independent, we can change the order of integration. Here we are going to change the order of integration. That is, again, this can be written as integral from, here we have the first limit, that is the limit of s, and the second limit is the limit of t. So for now I am going to change the order of integration. First I am going to write integral from t equal to 0 to infinity. Then integral from s is equal to s to infinity. The function is the same, e raised to minus st f of t. Now here the dt and ds changes, therefore ds first, then dt second. First we have s with respect to, integrating we are with respect to s, then we are integrating with respect to t. Okay. Now it is equal to integral from e is equal to 0 to infinity. Now integrating e raised to minus st with respect to s. Okay, this, which will give e raised to minus st divided by minus t. Limit from s is equal to s to infinity. Here I am integrating e raised to minus st only with respect to s. Now we have the function f of t dt. Okay, which is equal to t equal to 0 to infinity. Now applying the limits, first upper limit to s, then lower limit to s. First applying the upper limit, where we know that minus 1 by t is a constant, we can take it outside. Then applying upper limit, we get e raised to minus infinity, then minus, before applying the lower limit we put a minus sign, then e raised to minus st itself, because we are applying s to s itself, therefore we have e raised to minus st. Then the function f of t dt, and which is again equal to integral from t equal to 0 to infinity, minus 1 by t raised to minus infinity is 0. Therefore we have minus 1 by t minus e raised to minus st becomes e raised to minus st into 1 by t, or 1 by t into e raised to minus st. 1 by t into e raised to minus st f of t dt. Because again can be rearranged as e raised to minus st. Here we have limit from 0 to infinity. Here we have only one limit, that is t, e raised to minus st into f of t by t. I am rearranging this only with respect to t, which is the Laplace transform of f of t divided by t. Because the Laplace transform of simply f of t is, the formula is integral from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. In the place of f of t we have f of t by t. Therefore we will get the Laplace transform of f of t by t. Therefore here I have proved that the Laplace transform of 1 by t f of t is equal to integral from s to infinity f bar s ds. Here in this proof we have started from the right hand side. Therefore here we have proved that integral from s to infinity f bar s is equal to Laplace transform of 1 by t f of t, or the left hand side becomes equal to right hand side. Next we have problems related to this. Find the Laplace transform of first one, e raised to minus t sin t by t. Second one, e raised to minus at minus e raised to minus bt divided by t. So I am going to solve first one, that is Laplace transform of e raised to minus t sin t divided by t. As we know it is divided by t, then we will take the Laplace transform of 1 by t f of t, a function of t, that is e raised to minus t sin t divided by t, which is equal to, the formula is integral from s to infinity f bar s ds. What is f bar s? It is the Laplace transform of this function f of t. Therefore here we have to find out first of all the Laplace transform of e raised to minus t sin t. As in the previous cases, first of all we want to find out the Laplace transform of sin t. And what is the Laplace transform of sin at? Okay, the formula is a by s square plus a square. Therefore the Laplace transform of sin t is 1 by s square plus 1 square. Next we will move to the Laplace transform of e raised to minus t sin t. Laplace transform of e raised to minus t sin t. Laplace transform of e raised to at means 1 by s minus a. Okay, you have to remember this formula. In the place of s, whenever e raised to at comes, e raised to power comes, we have to put s by s minus a. Therefore here we substitute s by the corresponding s minus a. Therefore here in this formula we have to change, it is s by s minus a. Here a is minus 1. Okay, plus 1 square, that is 1 by s plus 1 the whole square plus 1. 1 square means 1. Okay, now we will apply the third step, is e raised to minus t sin t by t. Here we will use this formula, integral from s to infinity f bar s. In the place of f bar s we have the Laplace transform of this function of t, that is 1 by s plus 1 the whole square plus 1, or 1 square with respect to s. Okay, now this is of the form integral 1 by a term x square plus a square into dx. Similarly, x square plus a square into dx. Okay, which is equal to, we already know that tan inverse x by a. 1 by a tan inverse x by a. We can use the same formula here, that is 1 by a. Here a is 1, it is 1 by 1 tan inverse x by a. In the place of x we have s plus 1 by a, that is 1. Limit from s to infinity. Okay, that is we have tan inverse s plus 1. Limit from s to infinity. Now applying the upper limit, that is tan inverse infinity plus 1, that is infinity itself. Then minus lower limit, that is tan inverse, again applying to s itself, therefore s plus 1. Now tan inverse infinity, as we already know, it is pi by 2 minus tan inverse s plus 1. What is 90 minus tan inverse s plus 1? That is cot, which is equal to cot inverse s plus 1. Now the second question, that is the Laplace transform of e raised to minus at by e raised to minus bt divided by t. First of all, we will take the Laplace transform of the function of t. Here the function of t is e raised to minus at minus e raised to minus bt. It is equal to Laplace transform of e raised to minus at minus Laplace transform of e raised to minus bt. Now Laplace transform of e raised to at is 1 by s minus a. Therefore, the Laplace transform of e raised to minus at is 1 by s minus minus a minus 1 by s minus minus b, which is equal to 1 by s plus a minus 1 by s plus b. Now, the Laplace transform of e raised to minus at by e raised to minus bt by t. That is, by using the formula we have already, we know that this Laplace transform of f of t by t is integral from s to infinity f bar s ds. Using that formula, we have integral from s to infinity. In the place of f bar s, we have this 1 by s plus a minus 1 by s plus b with respect to s. Now integrating, we get integral 1 by x dx. What is integral 1 by or x plus a dx? Is log x plus a. Using that formula, we have here logarithm of s plus a minus logarithm of s plus b. Now limit from s to infinity. Now what is log m minus log n? Logarithm of m by n. Therefore, using that property, again this can be written as logarithm of s plus a divided by s plus b, log m minus log n form. Okay. Now limit from s to infinity, which is equal to, applying the upper limit, we will get log infinity, isn't it? Minus logarithm of s plus a by s plus b. Here this logarithm of infinity is not defined, so here we will apply limit of s to infinity of logarithm of this s plus a by s plus b for the first term. Okay, minus the second term is the same, minus log s plus a by s plus b. Now which is equal to limit of s to infinity. Before applying the limits, we will take s from the denominator and the numerator. Okay, for that 1 plus a by s. Whenever I am taking s outside from the denominator, we will get 1 plus b by s minus log s plus a divided by s plus b, which is equal to, here s and s cancels, then applying the limits, then we will get log of 1 plus a by infinity, that is 0, divided by 1 plus b by infinity, that is also equal to 0. Minus log s plus a by s plus b, which is equal to logarithm of 1 minus log s plus a divided by s plus b. We already know logarithm of 1 is 0, that is minus log s plus a divided by s plus b, which is equal to, here also we have the form log m log n, that is log n raised to n. Therefore, log s plus a divided by s plus b the whole raised to minus 1. Again, this can be written as logarithm of x raised to minus 1 is logarithm of 1 by x, isn't it? Therefore, here this can be written as logarithm of 1 by s plus a by s plus b, which is equal to log s plus b by s plus a. Find the Laplace transform of cos at minus cos bt divided by t. First of all, find the Laplace transform of cos at minus cos bt, which is equal to Laplace transform of cos at minus Laplace transform of cos bt. It is equal to s by s square plus a square minus s by s square plus b square. Now Laplace transform of cos at minus cos bt divided by t is equal to integral from s to infinity f bar s ds. In place of f bar s we have s by s square plus a square minus s by s square plus b square, and with respect to s. As we know, now integrating this with respect to s, integral from s to infinity s by s square plus a square with respect to s minus integral from s to infinity s by s square plus b square with respect to s. Okay, we know that integral 2x by x square plus a square dx is logarithm of x square plus a square. So by using that property, we needed 2 the numerator. So that we will apply 2 numerator. So the cancellation will apply 2 in the denominator also. We are also applying 2 in the numerator and denominator. Therefore, we have 1 by 2 into, 1 by 2 outside, 1 by 2 into integral from s to infinity 2x by x square plus a square is log s square plus a square minus, again taking 1 by 2 outside, other terms are integral from s to infinity 2s by s square plus b square. It is log s square plus b square. Now 1 by 2 into log a minus log b form, that is log a by b. Limit from s to infinity. Now applying the upper limit, we will get logarithm of infinity by infinity minus lower limit logarithm of s square plus a square by s square plus b square, that is 1 by 2 into logarithm of infinity by infinity is not defined. Therefore, that case we will take limit of s tends to infinity, as in the previous case logarithm of taking s square outside 1 plus a square by s square, taking s square from the denominator also 1 plus b square by s square, then minus, applying the lower limits we get logarithm of s square plus a square by a square plus b square. Cancelling s square on the denominator and numerator, the other terms are 1 by 2 into limit of s tends to infinity of log 1 plus a square by s square plus divided by 1 plus b square by s square into then minus log the second term has now changed s square plus a square by s square plus b square. Now applying the 1 by 2 is common to both the terms. Okay, this is equal to 1 by 2 into, now applying s to infinity we get logarithm of 1 plus a square by infinity, that is logarithm of 1 by 1 plus b square by infinity. As in the previous case we get logarithm of 1 minus log a square plus a square by a square plus b square. This is equal to, as log 1 is 0, we have minus log a square plus a square by a square plus b square. Now we know that n log n is log n raised to the power m. Therefore we have 1 by 2 into log a square plus a square by a square plus b square the whole raised to minus 1. This is again equal to 1 by 2 logarithm of reversing the order, that is a square plus b square by a square plus b square.